Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and I am a little late getting into the garden today because I've been doing some painting inside, and I am feeling kind of strange out here really, but it is so beautiful out here. The sun is about to go down, but a few things that I want to get done out here before it gets too late today. And I just want to pull up some of these tomato plants because, y'all, I've been holding on to these tomato plants, but the weather has gotten so much cooler, y'all. I got this jacket on. I kind of need this jacket today. I wear it all the time, but today I really kind of need it. And I just want to get some of those tomato plants pulled out because those tomato plants are really not going to be able to do anything else. I thought that, they would be able to do something because some of them had some tomatoes still on them, but I'm seeing how the weather is changing now. It was so cool this morning, and I was like, what do I wear today? I can't just get up and, know what I'm going to put on right now because the weather is changing, and it's changing quickly. But one main thing that I'm noticing is that everything is slowing down so much, and you can really tell when the okra slows down. The okra is something that usually is on, you got to go out there and you got to get it, but the okra has really, really slowed down, and the tomatoes have slowed down, and they were getting to the point where most of them were looking really bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pull those tomato plants out. So y'all, let's get started. Okay, so here's one in this area that, it was a good plant, did good during the season, but now it has gotten to the point where it is not really doing anything. And I don't know why I was trying to hold on to this one because it haven't done anything in a while. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get it out. And I think it'll be easier for me to just get it out like this for now. Matter of fact, this is 2 plants. So I'll come back and I'll remove those roots later. Right now, I just want to get these plants out of these beds. There are also some in this bed that need to come out. I'm bringing you all closer so you can see what I'm doing. There's also one on this side of the bed. You all know I have to be very careful around this decaying plant matter. I think it's going to be best for me to go ahead and cut these and leave the roots in there for now. Now I'm going to pull out and pull up my whole plant. I got a rosemary plant right there that was about to get destroyed. So I will go back and pull these roots out later. And this one's gotten all twisted up in the fence, so it's not wanting to come out. There's more in the fence. Okay, so as you can see, that's going to give me a lot of space in that bed. I'll be having a lot of room to work. Plant other stuff back there and over here. Now, y'all, this plant is huge, and it is full of tomatoes. But there is more than one plant in here also. Y'all, this is hard right here, but I'm going to have to remove this plant. It is huge. Yeah, I'm trying to evaluate this plant to see how many tomatoes are on this plant. Are these tomatoes going to be able to ripen? Okay, I have to evaluate this one for a moment, y'all. I'm going to remove. There are more than one plant in this bed. So I am going to remove this one. It's something, a frog. Okay, I was trying to see what that was moving over here behind this bed. It's a frog. Okay, see, there were a lot of tomatoes on here. But look, one of them looked bad. The other two look pretty good. That one looked like it had a wormhole. I'm going to give it to the chicken. I don't want to damage my pepper plant that's right here with this tomato plant. So I got to make sure. Let's see, I can put this like that. Make sure that I'm getting just the tomato plant out. Okay, so we still got this one that's doing really well. I'm just gonna hang it over the fence like this while I get this other plant out, because there's another plant back there that's looking old and it is not producing any tomatoes. I'm gonna go. Okay, now let's see if I can find the stem to it. Y'all, that one was full of tomatoes too. It's definitely gonna have to go into the chicken coop. Y'all, it was really hard to tell which one was the right one. I really would have rather left the plant that I just pulled more than this one. But it's too late now. I done cut it at the base. So it's gone. It was really, really hard to tell which one was the right one. You couldn't really see that good and didn't want to. I'm watching for all the critters. I don't want to get stung or bit by anything. Now it's making me feel like I should just go ahead and pull this one too, instead of just leaving it up there. Okay, since it made me pull my other plant out, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna leave it in there, and it better do something. But I do need to get this one out. There's another tomato plant trying to go down there. I'm definitely not about to let any more plants grow because we don't have that much time in our growing season left to be starting with new tomato plants. So we're gonna get those out. Okay, so we pretty much got, y'all, this plant is really getting on my nerves sitting over there looking like that. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull it out. It is not gonna do anything. That'll be just something else I'll be having to come back out and try to get later, and when I could already have planted something that's gonna be productive in its space. Because I've got to try to get these roots out. So I am gonna take this out. Now you just gotta try to move on from some of these plants when they're not gonna do anything else. And another plant that I am about to remove is this ground cherry. I got a ground cherry here, and I got a ground cherry on the other side of the garden that they're both gonna have to go. And I'm going to go ahead and take them out also. And these roots, these stems are huge. So I will be having to come back and remove the stems from them also. But for right now, I'm going to get the stems and I'm going to leave the roots for the time being. I know it might seem harsh to have to do this, but if I don't, it's going to make me be later planting some of the things that I need to get planted, because I got a lot of starts over there that are needing a place to go, and the longer that they sit in their container, in those small cells, they're not getting a chance to get bigger. They need to get out of those small cells and get planted out into the garden where they can grow, they can thrive. And you all look at this loofah, how it has climbed up this plum tree and has put on flowers. Can you see those yellow flowers that the loofah has? And has put on some more loofahs. There are loofahs growing back there. If you can see one finger, okay, right there. There are loofahs back there. There are loofahs growing back there. And there are the flowers. So I think that the loofah think it has time to produce some more fruit. But it's gonna have to get pulled out too. Hello everyone, it's a new day. I am just getting back out here. As I told you in the previous video, well, as I started this video, that it was later in the evening because I came out late to do some work. And y'all, it got dark on me so fast. So it's like the time is really changing. I know it's time for it to start, but y'all, it really got dark early, and I was really enjoying myself out here. I was pulling tomato plants that I needed to get out, and I still have a lot that I need to get out. But y'all, before I get all those out, y'all, let's go look and see what these chickens doing. I have been really trying to get some good footage of Henrietta. That's the broody chick. And she is out right now. She went behind the house. But I was able to capture some footage of her the other day, and she was out here, and she was eating, and she, you know, she's doing what she regularly do out here with the other chicks. And I'm trying to keep an eye on her because I want to make sure that she comes out, she eats, and she interacts with the other chicks, or they'll have to start the pecking order all over again. But I've heard that that's really not a big deal, but you know, to kind of keep some peace in the yard, I'm trying to make sure that she do get out here and interact with them so that they won't forget her. And then if she do hatch out some chicks, they'll be mean to her and her new chicks. So I just want to make sure that she comes out and interacts with the rest of the chicks. And let's see, she's still behind. Oh, is that her right there? I was talking and I wasn't looking. Okay, let me do a chick count. See if there's someone Okay, there she is. She's back there. But I really want to catch her doing one of those energy runs for you all, because it's kind of funny. She'll be running at top speed, but I'm glad she's getting out here and she's eating and she's drinking. She's getting off of those eggs, and I'm not going to go inside. We've already went inside and given them food and water and collected the eggs for today. I want to get some footage of her, mainly what she is doing. So she is interacting and she's looking healthy. And she just used the bathroom, but whenever they do, she kind of covered it up. She leave a big pile. Getting her a nice dust bath, so that's good. She's enjoying herself, so she's still a happy chick. I just didn't want her to give all her time to sitting on the nest. But you can always tell which one it is, because she stays puffed up like that, because that's the way she spread her feathers to keep her eggs warm. She didn't realize that there's a watermelon in here, so she's gonna go over there and get her some. And chicks like to take dust baths. That keep bugs off of them. And there go Tiny. Tiny, when they get the dust bath, that's when Tiny go in and try to pounce on them. He's interested in some of that watermelon right now. Now he's about to see who's taking a dust bath. She saw him coming. She's like, oh, let me go. She moved, but she went back. Yeah, I could watch those chickens all day, but I got some work I need to do. First of all, I want to remove this ground cherry plant. I don't know if I'm going to remove the whole plant, but I'm going to remove most of it. Okay, so this is what this ground cherry is looking like. I put somewhere my shovel, so I guess I just drop it to the ground. Y'all, you see all kinds of little critters out here. All kinds of bugs, big grasshoppers. And y'all, these grasshoppers will eat your food too. So they are not out here eating insects. They eating your groceries. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start getting this. Let's see, I think I need to move you all. Right here, so you can see what I'm doing. See how I'm taking this plant out. Y'all don't forget to just walk around right now and look at your plants, especially your brassicas, because these little critters are out here and they are hungry. And they are eating up your brassicas. And it won't be hard to know when they're present because you'll see holes in your plants, or in some cases your plants will be gone. And here is another tomato plant. Go ahead and take it out. Yeah, I'm gonna miss these tomatoes. I really am. Because y'all think about it. Okay, right now we're about to start growing our lettuce. Okay, well, with your lettuce, you're gonna need some tomatoes for a salad. And I was wondering, why don't tomatoes and lettuce grow at the same time? And cucumbers to make a good salad. But one thing about it, I can go to my favorite store and they always have some nice tomatoes, nice tasting tomatoes. So y'all go to the grocery store, y'all know that tomato gonna make you sad. Just looking at it will make you sad. And then you try to eat it, you be like, this is not right. It's all mealy. Grainy, has a grainy texture, and it's just not right. I guess if you're desperate and you want a salad, then that's your substitution, but I can usually get some decent tomatoes at my favorite store, my favorite produce and garden center. Okay, so that took a lot of that plant out. I'm going to also remove some of this marigold, because y'all, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make some room for some of these fall plants. And I'm gonna have to show you all my Swiss chard, because believe it or not, a couple of days ago I harvested some of my Swiss chard and had it for breakfast. Y'all, it was so delicious. Something felt strange in my hand. Go ahead, I'm gonna remove these. Y'all know these marigolds got all kinds of seeds on them, so don't just get rid of your marigold before you get your seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and take those out because they're looking bad. But yeah, I came out and see, there's an ant bed right here. I came out and harvested some of my Swiss chard, and I also harvested, I was just looking for some breakfast, y'all. Really, I was like, I wanted to get something fresh out of the garden for breakfast. And that Swiss chard was over there looking beautiful. I'm gonna take y'all over there as soon as I make sure that I got everything out of this bed. And I'm looking over here at this mint. I'm about to taste this mint because I got some plans for some mint soon. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use this mint for what I want to do, or if I'm gonna have to get another mint. And I did not spray this with anything. It smells real pungent. I'm trying to see if this is Y'all, it's hard. Do y'all easily be able to distinguish between the mints? It seems like it is hard for me to tell. I used to use mint on lamb, and it's a different mints for each thing. And I ended up putting some spearmint out here, and it's been confusing ever since. But I need peppermint, so I went ahead and I ordered some peppermint seeds, because that is what I really, really need right now. It's peppermint. So I am going to wait for those seeds to come in and see if I can go ahead and grow me some peppermint. But y'all, let's go over here and look at this Swiss chart that I was telling you about. Okay, you all see this Swiss chart? It has grown some since I came and got some the other day. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all something else. I'm jumping from one thing to another, but I want to show y'all this before it gets away. See, it's probably gonna get away. Yeah, I think it's gonna get away. But there's this little, yep, it's gone. It's a bug or a wasp that's red and black, and it is fuzzy. And y'all, I Googled to see, I want to know what it was, because I thought it was an ant. And when I found the picture, it said it's a cow killer wasp. But I was like, okay, that don't sound good. But if y'all get a chance, Google it. But it's really big. I've never really seen it fly. It's always on the ground, so I could be mixing it up with something else, because sometimes these different insects look alike, but they're something different, and you think it's the bad one, but it's not that. But I wish I could have shown you all, because y'all good at helping me out with some things. Like, remember when I had told you all that I had poison ivy all over my yard, and I was just about, you know, panicking, because that's one reason I went and got those thick gloves. No, that's one of the reasons, but y'all know what the other reason was. I went and got those thick gloves because I was trying to make sure that I did not come in contact with poison ivy. Because really, I did not know the difference, obviously, because a viewer told me that was wisteria that I had growing all over my yard. I was so happy, you know. I was ecstatic, because that, you know, took away some of the fear of that being poison ivy, and I could work more freely around it and pull it out the garden without all these precautions. So it's hard to tell, like I said, some of the different insects as well as some of the other plants. And that's why, you know, I can relate when I hear someone say, I don't know what this is in the garden. And a lot of times I don't. I got some stuff out here right now. I do not have a clue what it is. And I'm sure that I planted it because it don't look like a weed. But I never, you know, I don't know what it is. And then I have to wait until it puts off some flowers or it puts off some fruit. But yeah, I'm going to bring it back so you all can see. Now y'all see that broccoli over there next to it. It's still looking pretty good, but it's beginning to get some white spots or something on it. But what I want to make sure that I keep an eye on is that there are no bug holes in it. And y'all, I have been looking for my my tool. I ordered some row cover last year, and I looked in a couple of places. I think I know exactly what it is. Where it is. I just didn't want to have to go in that area because I'm gonna have to move some stuff. But I have got to get my supplies organized, because I don't want to have to run around looking for stuff when I need it. I need to be able to just go and put my hands on it right then. But y'all, I am so excited about this Swiss chard. This Swiss chard is delicious. This is the first time I planted this variety, I think, and I don't know what it's called, but it was just it's just a red Swiss chard. And y'all, it is so good. If you like spinach, then you'll like it, because it has that same flavor as spinach and similar texture, and it has that earthy taste. Some people say they don't like it because it tastes like dirt, but I love it. And I had it with some eggplant. I put the eggplant in there. And I had some onions and some garlic, some elephant garlic, and that I had got out of one of those beds when I was weeding the bed a few days ago, and there was some elephant garlic and some onion in that bed, and I did not want them to go to waste. They were vibrant and juicy, and so I took those in and I diced them up, put them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, put that Swiss chard in there and the eggplant. Y'all, that was a wonderful breakfast, and it made me feel so good because I knew that it's a healthy breakfast. So y'all, keep an eye on your plants. Make sure these bugs are not eating them, and put your BT on there if you need to. Well, you really need to if you're ever seen any of those little moths flying around in your garden. Even if you haven't seen it, it's probably there. But I'm just looking now to make sure. I don't see any pests on that. But y'all, it can be one day that you don't see any pests, and I do see one hole in my broccoli. I'm gonna get a closer look on here. I did not see that hole. I do see one hole. And see, that is the start of something. You could look underneath the bottom of your leaves, and you want to examine it closely to see if you can see the worm. It could have been a grasshopper that just hopped on here and just ate some and left, but whatever it was, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some more BT on it because we did get a couple of days of rain since I put this BT on here. And I have some carrots coming in really nicely down here. I'm excited about that. They are thick, and that's okay. It still amazes me how small these broccoli plants are compared to those broccoli plants, just because I did not up pot them or go ahead and pot them into the bed. And really, putting them in the bed would have been the best idea, because that's what I did to those. I did not up pot them. I just put them directly into the bed, and I covered them with, you remember, some weed barrier, some very thin weed barrier, and that's what I covered them with. I used that as a shade cloth to keep the sun from burning them. And so this bed also has a lot of carrot germination. And it is weird because these beds have more germination than the beds that I have over there that I usually grow my carrots in. I think it could be because of the morning sun. I'm getting more morning sun over here, so obviously these carrots need this morning sun because these are doing well. And those, well, I'm gonna take you over there. Okay, I had to stop over here and show you all this spinach in these raised beds. These are raised beds where I got stung by these yellow jackets. I'm gonna start referring to them as so, but that's where it was. Okay, there are some more spinach over here. Okay, so these carrots do have some germination over here. This is the bed, the totes that I usually grow my carrots in. And there is some germination. These plants are beginning to get larger, and then got some small plants here. But you all know I sowed these seeds like 3 times. I think the main reason that they were not doing well was because it was so hot. And now this bed here, as you can see, is finally getting some germination in here. So yeah, we're gonna have some carrots. So. And I told you I was gonna show you all the purple hull peas and how they are coming up. So there they are. And they reseeded themselves. And I'm happy I left these sweet potatoes in for a while because they obviously had some more growing to do. But y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to harvest me some of these sweet potato leaves also and try some of those out today. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that you will give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. And go ahead and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.